Hi everybody, welcome back to my little YouTube channel. I've got a crime book to go through with everybody today. But before I get going, look what I found from Aldi for my cats today. And they're reduced. They're so cute. Little cat kicker toys. So I've got this little flamingo one. And they crinkle. They've got catnip in. This little elephant one. So cute. And then I've got this little jazzy cat one. And she's already got one. I put one out for her. And she loves it so much. I think these were £1.99. These larger ones. And I think this was reduced to 99 pence. And they've got catnip inside. My cat loves it. She loves them. So anyway, that was random. Let's have a look at this crime scene book. The Darkest Crimes and Evil Minds. Perfect Murder. Obsessed Students' Vile Plot. Missing Angels. What Did You Do? Last Seen at Their Own Father's Home. Of some of these things I'm not going to read if they've got like children in, because obviously it's too much. Excuse me. The Vanishing of the Skeleton Brothers. 3 siblings have been missing for 15 years and their mother thinks only one man knows what happened to them. This is children, so I'm not going to be reading anything with children. I don't like to read anything with kids or animals. Woman charged over stepson's kidnap. Terrible. A US woman has been arrested for keeping her stepson captive for 2 decades after he set fire to their home to escape. That's awful. What is wrong with some people, honestly? TV star in Hitman Plot. The wife of a US TV paranormal investigator has been charged with plotting to have him assassinated. Victoria Goodwin, 32, who is married to Ghost Adventures star. I think I've watched some of them. I presume that's him. I think I've watched some of the Ghost Adventures things. Married to, what does it say? Married to Ghost Adventures star Aaron Goodwin was arrested in Las Vegas on charges of solicitation and conspiracy to commit after it was alleged she had contacted a Florida prison inmate to arrange her husband's assassination. It's terrible. What's wrong with everyone? I don't understand that. Like, why, if you're with somebody and you don't want to be with them, just don't be with them. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get why somebody would want to do that. Just leave them. Am I missing something? Clearly not. Schoolgirl arrested for arson murder. A 13-year-old girl has been charged with murder after a mother of 3 was found dead. A teenager who cannot be named for legal reasons was also charged with arson after she allegedly set fire to a crime scene to cover her tracks. Not reading that because that is about children. Letby Hospital staff in new probe. UK detectives have launched fresh investigations to find out if anyone who worked at the Countess of Chester Hospital at the same time as Lucy Letby should be charged with gross negligence manslaughter. Obsessed love rival planned perfect murder. It says at 20 years old, Kevin, and I can't pronounce his surname, had everything to live for. He had just become engaged to the love of his life when, during a hike, Kevin had dropped to one knee beside a waterfall and proposed. A video taken on the 30th of January 2021 showed the couple, both PhD students, beaming ecstatically after meeting at a Christian convention. When Zion was an undergraduate at the Michigan Institute of Technology, the couple quickly fell in love, and friends say they were a match made in heaven. Both devout to their Christian faith, they had gone on to attend the prestigious Yale University together in Connecticut, USA. Now life couldn't have been brighter. Let's have a little look. So it says he'd served in the US Army and he was planning his proposal. And it says over 2 months, 4 properties near where Kevin lived were targeted by someone firing multiple times into occupied homes. While nobody was harmed in the shooting, it spread a foreboding sense of unease, and people were baffled about who was shooting. Investigators had little else to go on. Police feared it was only a matter of time before there was an escalation in violence, and their fears were about to be realised. But police were called to a scene of another shooting, but this time there was a victim. Kevin had been shot. So it looks like 2 guys liked this girl and he proposed to her and he was engaged to her, but somebody else liked her and it looks like somebody shot him or something like that, I don't know. Andrew Tate. As Andrew Tate's hateful content is linked to the brutal Crossbow murders, he's facing multiple legal proceedings for rape and trafficking. The Spy Cops scandal. Unsuspecting women were tricked into sexual relationships with police officers sent to keep tabs on them. Not reading that. The beauty queen killer. Christopher Wilder posed as a photographer to hunt his victims during a 26-day murder spree. I've watched a crime documentary on him, and apparently I think it was him anyway, I'm sure it was him. He lured his female victims by saying that he was going to employ them as models or actresses or something, and then he had his terrible plan for them. Terrible. I've seen her before. Not reading any for children. I do watch a lot of true crime and police documentaries. I do find it quite interesting looking at the psychology side of it, but it's like I can only take so much because it gets quite depressing, you know. Crimes of the state, forget the mafia and the cartels, some of the world's most dangerous criminal groups are countries with state-backed mayhem and murder committed on a colossal scale. Secretive surgery. Ooh, this is on about organ transplantation in China. I'm not reading like loads into all this because it can be quite triggering, and it's also quite depressing, and I think ASMR shouldn't be depressing. I mean, if you want crime, it's for another channel, but you know, with a population of 1.4 billion and rising, the demand for organ transplants in China is huge. That's quite scary actually, because I know where this is going. This is going to be about people selling organs illegally. It's quite worrying. After spending 30 years in prison for murder Oh my God, it looks like this guy was convicted of murder and he was innocent. I can't imagine having to go to jail for something that you've never done before. That's just horrendous, hideous. This looks like different films and stuff on TV. She's an amazing actress. Is that, I think that's Helen Mirren. I'm sure that's Helen Mirren. I might be wrong, I'm sure it is. She's just amazing. I might be wrong. Oh no, it's not. Oh yeah, it is Helen Mirren. Yeah, she's amazing. Your Friends and Neighbours. I don't really watch television. Well, I don't watch television at all. I don't have TV. I only ever watch YouTube. My TV is all disconnected. These are different crime books. I used to read P.D. James when I was younger, and I used to absolutely have this love for reading P.D. James books. Personal hell stalked. BBC Sounds. 25-year-old Hannah was at her wit's end when she went to the police about her anonymous stalker. Not reading that, it's too much. Solved by a letter killer made a mistake when he sent a confession to the media. Do you know what always baffles me when I watch true crime documentaries, and like in America and places like that, when they do these heinous acts and then they go to Walmart and they buy bleach, a bucket and a shovel. I don't get it. I don't get that. Is it me? I don't get it. It's just mental. Bobby Brown, criminal side of a celebrity. And then CrimeCon. I really, really want to go to one of these. This next CrimeCon is in September in Manchester, and I really, really would really like to go to one of these. I'd be a bit worried about what I was going to be listening to, because some things can be quite depressing and sad. But I'm quite interested in sort of having a one-time experience of going to one of these places. Anyway, that is that. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video, and I shall see you next time for my next vlog. Hope I've not depressed everybody. Anyway, if I have, go to Aldi and buy one of these cat toys. If you don't have a cat, just buy one for yourself because they're dead cute. Bye.